kind of promotes with her group is making sure you have a healing cocktail, and within that cocktail, it should be like physical things, social things, spiritual things, you know, that whole little makeup. So that's what I was just thinking about, so I wanted to throw that out there, like having a healing cocktail.
Thank you.
Okay, another one over here?
Oh, no, I'm a little loud. I'm good. My question is, if anyone on the panel has ever experienced burnout, and how did you come from it? Not preventing it, when you're already there.
Taking time off. Using my PTO.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I need a mental health day. That is how, and sometimes you may need to pivot. So that job that you're in, it may be that season to do something else. So.
I was literally going to say the same thing she just said, is that I needed to take a break when I was in that, and also don't be afraid to use FMLA, because that is there, that is a protection for us, and I know several people who had to use it, especially when you're in a very high stress job.
I have one more question.
I'm loud.
This question would be for, well, it could be for anyone who is in a leadership position. Going into a new role, what would be an appropriate way to approach your supervisor or your team lead about making sure that we establish self-care, putting that into our schedule? And if it's not appropriate, please say that too.
Right, so it happens, it is so ironic that you would say that, because my provost was my actual dean as well, and my associate provost worked in the department in which I also chair. And so they understand the importance of self-care. And so you also have to be able to advocate for those people that work for you. You know, in my department, I say to my department as well as my college, it's a mental health day, and I'm able to back that up with stats. I'm able to back it up with the fact that when people feel good about the environment in which they come in, you get more out of them. And so you have to be willing to go 110% for the people that work for you, okay? I work for them, however, they're the ones that are on the front line at the university. They're the ones that are teaching the students. They're the ones that have to do the report. I'm just asking for them. So you have to be able to go 110% for your faculty or for your staff in which that are doing the work for you, in which the agency needs. However, it can be difficult conversations, but I believe that my social work skills have allowed me the ability to communicate that to the administration about what support the faculty needs from the administration. So whether it's taking a mental health day, whether it's asking for more time off or teaching, from home, as long as we go through the appropriate channels in order to do online learning or what we call hybrid or virtual, then I support my staff in that. There's a difference between practice and policy. Okay, I wanted to make a practice in my department or in my college versus it becoming a policy.
I'm loud too, so. I'm not on the panel, but I wanted to add this because I do feel like it's really important. And it follows up with what, yes, LaQuisha was saying. When you go into these organizations, they have procedures and policies that you need to read up on. Because the more you know about the way the system works, the better you are to advocate for yourself. So if you read the information on the FMLA and you understand what is company policy pertaining to that, then it helps you become a better advocate for yourself and others.
No one wants to lie, but
It's nice.
I was also going to add, because, there's students in here, students raise your hand. but to also make sure you're doing self-care, practicing it before you get into the field.
Yes.
I'm not in the field, but I got tips, so I'm gonna share. Make sure that you are taking the time out to step back from schoolwork. Don't feel guilty to ask your professor for more time. If you need more time, especially for the students that are working during school, it's okay to not have it all together. But make sure you give yourself that grace. That goes for everybody. But make sure you give yourself that grace in that time, because school is not easy, especially with these unpaid internships you gotta do. Like, do an unpaid internship on top of trying to be a social worker and and working. And then I have a kid, so if you got kids, it's even extra stress. So self-care is very important.
And I also say to students, use the resources that are on your campus. A lot of times we have Office of Disability Services, like if you have diagnoses such as anxiety, panic attacks, things of that nature, use your Office of Disability Services in order to get, if you need longer times on assignments, time on assignments, or if you need your test proctored, or just the number of things that are on your campus that you can utilize as students to be able to help you. A lot of times the students don't use the resources, or they don't know the resources that are available to them. So utilize those campus resources. They are very, very important.
I didn't know that, so that was nice.
What if it's online though? Like, how do you still?
It should be the same.
It's the same, yes, yes. So as long as you have something that you can turn into what we call your Office of Disability Services, then they should be able to contact your professors and let them know, hey, Lakeisha has a diagnosis, she will need